Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video. So today's video, we're going to be talking to the devs. That's right, developers. We are talking to you. We are bringing our concerns to you. So not only the things that I want changed, some of the things that I've been seeing in Discord that people have repeatedly said over and over again for the devs to take a look at. I'm just going to do a simple video on some of those things, and then kind of as we're doing that, we're just going to funnel through some of the games, do some of my dailies, that kind of stuff, just because I feel like it's imperative that we try to get this message across to the devs as much as possible. So without further ado, let's check out the video. Alrighty, so today, as I mentioned, we are going over some of the items that the devs need to change, right? And so what I mean by that is so the first thing that I wanted to take a look at is obviously the most obvious one that everybody is just pissed off about right now, including myself, devs. Please change this. Is the campaign hall and the level requirement that is required for you to proceed in the campaign, right? And I can't remember exactly when you hit it. I think like level 60 something is like the first one. But what am I referring to? Clicking on the battle button, this box right here that pops up, requirement requires level 110, requires clearing previous stage, right? So obviously I've cleared the previous stage, so this doesn't make any sense, but the requires level 110 in order to progress, right? So as you can see here, I am only level 109. And again, this has been reoccurring, I think, since, like I said, like level 67, level 68, somewhere around in there, there's that level requirement. Maybe it's in there from the very beginning of the game, but maybe, you know, you don't hit that, right? Like maybe you can't progress because it's like in par with your actual heroes. So you don't really see that, until you hit that threshold. So, but please, devs, please, we need this change. This is killing your player base right now. There are so many players, especially top-end players, whales in this game that are supporting your game, and they're just, you know, they get frustrated, you know, because they cannot progress. Like, I don't understand exactly what your thought process or your motive was behind that, and the reason why I say that is because if you allow players to progress as far as they can, their heroes are going to eventually catch up to them. So their heroes are only going to be, you know, as if it's, for instance, mine here, 160, 140s. With that being the case, you know, the enemies are eventually going to outlevel me, and there's just no reason why I shouldn't be able to go as far as my team comp could go. So again, I'm not really sure why that is. I know some other games have done that in the past. It's gotten a huge backlash. I know that some other games do not do that. I think I've read a couple of really good suggestions on Discord about that by saying how you can manipulate that, maybe change it to you know, your level scales with your heroes levels or vice versa or whatever, you know, just to try to make it a little bit easier. But nevertheless, that is going to be the biggest freaking concern that I have right now in this game. Another thing in this game that I think needs to be addressed is the servers, right? So like these massive servers. And so what I mean by that is when you come here and you scroll down and you look at all of these, I mean, you've got S1 all the way to, where is it? S34 is the brand new server, right? So taking a look at other games that have done the similar thing, the more servers you put out, right, the further stretched your player base becomes, right? Because then you have players on server 1 that started on server 1, you have players that started on server 20, you've got players that started on server 16, whatever it is, and most of the time, especially pay-to-play players, right? The whales of the game, or even not even whales, like even people that have just dumped like a few, you know, $10, $20, however much here and there, they don't want to lose that, right? So them switching servers, do you know what I mean, is like slim to none, unless you have an account something like me, right? Like I'm a content creator, so I have obviously re-rolled accounts multiple times, the free-to-play accounts and stuff, and it's great for like content creation and everything, but I would never spend a dime on these accounts because these are not my main account, right? And as you can see, when I go to my main account, which is what we're currently on, you know, I'm VIP 3 status, which means I did, you know, contribute some money to that. I have bought a couple of these passes in the past, which allowed me to claim more rewards. This one I currently have not. But my point is we need to address the server situation, right? And I am not really sure what the best solution is. I know that a lot of players are talking about server merges, maybe taking like servers 1 through 20 and, 20 through 30 or whatever, and merging them together to where all of those players are technically on the same one server. That's not a bad idea. I mean, that would definitely bring the competition back, and that would allow people to play cross server, which would be really, really nice. I think that would help out. Another idea was stop creating servers. Another idea was just stop creating servers. Like, I don't, I think the idea behind the server creation is just monetization, right? It's just trying to get more people to roll a new account on a new server and spend the same amount of money they spent on a different server. The downside is, though, I think that's very greedy. Sorry, that's the truth. I think it's very greedy, and I think that there's better ways to earn money and force people to spend in the game, right, than just trying to force them, to dump to a new server, or the new players to jump to a new server or whatever. The other option that I would say that you could do is you could stop creating new servers, right, and maybe for the new players that want a new server because they don't want to be so far behind, maybe boost the new player rewards, right? Maybe boost that. Maybe redo the welcoming guides, right? The welcoming kits. Let me see if I still have one on one of these other accounts. I probably do on like this 43 account. Maybe boost like the rewards in this system is an idea, right? This like that I'm thinking of on top of my head here, is the grow with me system. Yeah. So like this little chalice here, the newbie boon is what you call it. So newbie challenges, the growth journey, and then the growth trophies. Maybe increase some of those rewards, right? Maybe change this up. Succubus is like a shit 4-star, right? So in my opinion, maybe just swapping out that, right? Maybe adding a couple more scrolls, maybe adding, 1 or 2 additional heroes or 4 stars from that. Maybe, from here, obviously Dracula is really good, so nobody should be complaining about getting Dracula, but maybe, you have something like that would be more enticing to those new players. That would allow them to not be worried about, server merges and that kind of stuff. Or not server merges, new servers. Another thing that I want to address is XP to dailies, quest, or tavern quest, and others. I am a firm believer behind this, right? I mean, we play this game, right? We do, yeah, I'll just stay on this account, or no, I don't want to do that. Let's go here. I'm a firm believer on that, right? Like, taking a look at this, devs, you have so much potential to add XP in this game to boost people's XP gain, and by boosting people's gain, maybe that solves the problem for the the level requirement on the campaign hall. Because if a person is playing and actively playing this game, right, you should reward them for that, right? I mean, they're playing the game the most, and since they're playing the game the most, then they should be rewarded for spending that time, in doing so. And so what I mean by that is like your daily quest. Here you have, what you call glory points. So, you get those glory points. One of the, daily quest rewards used to unlock rewards of the pass. Which, I mean, is okay, right? I mean, it's definitely not the best. Where is our freaking goofy pass here? Is it? No, not there. Where's our pass rewards? That's weird. Maybe it hasn't unlocked yet on this account. But my point is like maybe instead of doing that and adding the VIP stuff, add XP to this. There's no reason why, if somebody's coming on here and spending, all of their time throughout the day leveling up or doing their dailies, do you know what I mean? Coming over here, hitting their tavern quest. As you see here, I mean, you've got a massive pool of stuff that's in your tavern already. Why not just throw XP on top of it? I mean, put like right here above the green bar, 50 XP or 100 XP or whatever it is, per thing that you do. Which will then give those players that are actively playing your game, not just logging on once a day or once a couple of days to claim rewards and move and slowly progress. You're actually rewarding them, right? So it's going to give them that advantage. It's going to give them that incentive to continue to play your game and not drop it. So again, that's just another really good suggestion by one of the players in the Discord that I've seen and read. Really, really, really good. Another thing that I wanted to suggest as well is changing up. So every single time that you guys do an update and you drop an announcement in the game, right? You guys always do your current events, your updates, your regular events, and your permanent, right? Well, your permanent has never changed. I mean that's ridiculous, right? Like, in my opinion, I've played so many other games. And your first purchase, for instance, means double the diamonds. That's great. That should never change. That's cool. But however, the second one is you get the same hero. You get the exact same hero. You get the 5-star elementalist shards, which is a 50, enough to summoner basically. And then you get 2,000 coins and then 2 blue items, right? Which is kind of weak in my opinion. I mean, I think that is a really missed opportunity in my opinion, I guess is what I would like to say. I mean, you're literally you have the option to swap this hero out, change the hero up. It's a 5-star hero, swap it out. This right here, change out the hero, change the rewards up a little bit. Do that, because what that's going to do is that's going to give new players the incentive to make that first purchase, right? You're a free-to-play player. I'm a free-to-play player on most of my stuff, and it's like, you need something more gotcha grabbing, right? It's, play on words with it being a gotcha game, but you know what I mean? So change up that first purchase reward from time to time. That will give people, the incentive to potentially roll on new servers, and get that new hero on their first purchase. And like I said, that will incentivize the new players to purchase as well. Another really good idea, or in my opinion is a really good idea, is add late game achievements. So what I mean by that is when you first start playing the game, you only get this to 7-5, right? So you clear 7-5, the newbie boon goes away, your growth journey goes away after level 90. And your glory trophies, go away after you complete them or whatever. But my point is that I think having something like these challenges, right, all the time. So what I mean by that is have your newbie boon, right? And then after the newbie boon, have a mid-game boon, right? Or have a late-game boon or whatever. But basically, you're achieving something, Like the players are logging on, working towards that reward or those multiple rewards or whatever it is. And I think doing that will give more content to the game and will allow your players, especially your late-game players, to hang around instead of leave, right? That's, again, just another idea and a suggestion. You can add more to this. The growth journey. I'm not sure why you guys stopped at level 90, right? I mean, the level 90 is not the max in this game. So I think, going beyond that, do you know what I mean? And just going to whatever max level in the game is, adding additional rewards along the way. I think that would be really nice. Glory trophies. Obviously, I think just adding more and more achievements all around is always a good idea. The raid section, it's been such a long time since you guys have done anything with this section. I think, adding something like this would be beneficial, but maybe you can do seasonal ones, right? So like, how you have shard raids here, right? And you can get specific shards, or not specific shards, you can get, the 4-star or 3-star shards from here. That's great, right? But it's random. So why not think about adding like a, dungeon, right? Or call it something else, but what it would be is like a seasonal one. So similar to like what you've done with the Dark Tower, right? How you can get rewards. Let me swap back really quick. Similar to how you can get rewards from the, or not rewards, how you can do the Dark Tower now in specific elements. Carry that over into your raids. So your Dark Tower here, how you have them split up like this, do the exact same thing. Cycle them out on a timely manner or a daily manner or a weekly manner. But right here, add another one of these slots and it would be shard specific. How freaking awesome would that be, right? It would be shard specific. So you could do like, boom, you could do a savage one, right? Or a grave one. And then it would be the exact same, right? You have your challenges just like this that go all the way up depending on your level of your account. And you would challenge what level you can at the highest level you can. And then just basically cater it to that specific thing. So cater it to like, well, this week is, and you can use whatever hero, don't limit the hero like you did the tower, the Dark Tower, but just create it to where those shards specific are to that faction. So you could have like a savage one, right? On Sunday and Mondays or Sundays and Tuesdays or whatever you want to do. And you collect those shards and they're savage shards, so that when you summon them, there will be a savage guaranteed hero. So that's just another idea that I have. Again, obviously adding new content is always going to be, I guess I want to say, like, the best option in my opinion. Another thing is, I guess, I think reworking some of the heroes is going to be a huge one. I think the other thing that people have mentioned a little bit on was the summoning rates. I don't want to get too much into this because I am not a huge fan of like games giving you everything free, and I'm not a huge fan of like just having massive summons when we have a limited inventory supply of heroes. So in my opinion, I would say use this at your discretion, but I know a lot of people have mentioned summons as well as being you know, a little bit low in the 5-star like drop rate, and also the new heroes. Now, this is something that is dear to me. I have done a little bit of research about this. It seems that the new heroes are not hidden back by RNG, right? And you might be able to correct me, devs, and let me know if I'm completely wrong and that I have no clue what I'm talking about. But basically, there's a rumor going around that there's an X amount, a guaranteed X amount of number of scrolls that you have to summon in order to potentially pull that new hero or that said hero that is released. If that is true, I don't agree with that, and I think that it should all be a 100% RNG loot pull, which means that a level 1 player in the game summons a rare scroll, right, or a heroic scroll. I feel like they should be able to summon that brand new hero as an opportunity. If they don't have that opportunity and it does take 400 and or 540 scrolls plus or whatever in order to summon those new heroes, I do think that that's pretty lame, and I think that you guys should get that fixed. But without further ado, guys, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. Please be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments, if you agree on anything or if you want to add anything. I hope the devs take a look at this video and really put some time and thought into changing some of these game mechanics, because I really hope that their player base can stay around and the game not die on the wayside. But that's been it for me, you guys. I will see you guys on the next video.